Good evening and welcome to the 2019 Huntington County 4-H Royalty Contest. I am Sandy Hacker, and as you might guess, this is not my day job. For that, you will find me working as an agricultural loan officer for Biffa State Bank. As it is my pleasure to serve as your MC for tonight's event. This event is sponsored by Phil's You Pick Apple Orchard, the 4-H Fair Board, the 4-H Leaders Association, as well as the many other donors that are listed in your program. Tonight will be the continuation and the culmination of the contestant judging, which has been going on throughout the day. Now it's time to meet each of the participants in the parade of contestants. Please welcome each 4-H member as she introduces herself.
I'm contestant number 1 from Huntington County, representing the Crystal Clovers Club for 8 years. Representing Huntington County Crystal Clovers member for 8 years, my name is Rebecca Landers, contestant number 2.
Proudly representing Warren Township, a 10-year member of Barnyard Brigade, I'm contestant number 3, Kennedy Lauer. I'm Crossley Stanley, contestant number 4, hailing from Rock Creek Township, representing the neighborhood workers, and I've been soaking up the joys of 4-H for the past 10 years. Representing the Canine Keepers and Dallas Township for 9 years, my name is Danita Clark, contestant number 5.
All right, we've had a chance to meet the young ladies in the contest here this evening. At this time, we would like to recognize visiting royalty. So if you are royalty visiting from another county or contest here tonight, would you please stand and be recognized? Is there anyone here? Okay, we'll move on to past Huntington County royalty. So if you are past royalty from here, would you please stand so that we may recognize you? Thank you for taking the time to support the Huntington County 4-H Royalty Contest with your attendance. With this much 4-H talent and experience on display here this evening, it takes a special group of people to evaluate and choose just who will be our royalty champion for 2019. Our panel of judges this year includes the following 3 people. And stand at this time if you may, and then we'll let you sit down while I do your official introductions. But we have with us tonight Alan Kemper, Lisa Rinker, and Kelly Thornson. And as I indicated at this time, we will take a moment to get to know them a little better. Alan is a Purdue graduate and a U.S. Army and Indiana National Guard veteran. He and his wife Janet reside and farm in Lafayette, where Alan is also a realtor broker. He's held many leadership positions within the agricultural industry, including serving as president of both the American Soybean Association and the National Corn Growers Association. Additionally, he is a former U.S. Senate staff member and a member of the Agriculture Policy Advisory Committee, where he was reporting directly to the USDA Secretary of Agriculture and the U.S. Trade Representative, and held that position through 2016. What brings Alan to Huntington County is his extensive experience as a pageant judge at the national, state, and county levels. Lisa Rinker joins us this evening from Alexandria. She is a graduate of the IU School of Dentistry with a degree in dental hygiene. After working several years as a hygienist, in 2013, she retired from dental hygiene and pursued her passion for interior design. Since 2014, she has served as the project manager for community long-term care, where she has completed 7 major facility renovations. In addition, Lisa owns her own business, Interiors by Lisa Rinker. She loves helping her clients visualize and complete their own renovations. Lisa and her husband John own and operate a swine, cattle, and grain farm east of Alexandria. They are the parents of 2 grown children, and with them, they have a combined total of 40 years 4-H participation. Lisa herself is no stranger to pageants. She has served as the co-director for the Madison County 4-H Fair Queen pageant for several years and has had the opportunity to judge several pageants throughout the state. In addition, she has held the titles of Madison County 4-H Fair Queen, Frankton's Junior Miss, and Miss Elwood Glass, which is a preliminary pageant to the Miss Indiana contest. And Kelly Thornson. Kelly graduated from Indiana University with a bachelor's degree in apparel merchandising and went on to obtain her MBA from Indiana Tech. She has been involved with pageants for the past 15 years as both a contestant and director. Kelly was Miss Garrett and Miss DeKalb County in 2004 and competed in the Indiana State Fair pageant. She has directed the Miss DeKalb County pageant with her sister Erin for the past 10 years. She currently resides in Fort Wayne with her husband Ian, son Carson, and dog Cleo. She is the Director of Product Development at Vera Bradley. She remains active in the community by volunteering for the DeKalb County Fair Association and her Delta Zeta sorority at Indiana University. In her spare time, she enjoys shopping, vacationing, and spending time with her 9-month-old Carson. I guess maybe now he's 10 months, right? Okay. And thank you to all 3 of our judges. We are honored by your presence with us here today. To continue, here is a quick summary of the judging categories and the scoring. There are 6 categories. First is their 4-H record and summary. That accounts for 25% of their score. Next is interview and personality, also 25%. Each of the contestants gives a 1 to 2 minute speech, again, 25%. And they model professional wear, which is 10% of the score. Formal wear, which you'll see here tonight, is another 10%. And the always fun impromptu question is 5%. All but the formal wear and impromptu questions were judged earlier today. The remaining 2 categories, again that accounts for 15% of the score, will be judged tonight during this public presentation, and final points will be awarded. Now, each contestant will model their formal wear while we tell you more about them. Contestant number 1, and here she is. Okay, Sarah Landers was born in Fort Wayne to Bobby and Jean Landers. She is the oldest of 3 children and has been homeschooled since kindergarten. She has been dancing since 2nd grade and has participated in 4-H for 8 years. Sarah loves doing 4-H because it's fun and she knows it will help her in her future career. She is a youth voting member on the Huntington County Farm Bureau Board and volunteers at Hope for Animals in Fort Wayne and takes dual credit courses at Huntington University. Sarah's favorite 4-H projects have been her dogs, cats, cows, and rabbits. She has always been an animal lover and plans on pursuing a career in veterinary medicine. In the fall, Sarah will be attending Huntington University with a major in animal science. Her favorite scripture is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Sarah Landers. Contestant number 2, Rebecca Landers. Rebecca Joy Landers was born in Fort Wayne to Bob and Jean Landers. She has been homeschooled since kindergarten and has a twin sister named Rachel. She's been participating in 4-H for 8 years in projects including dog, cat, reading, consumer clothing, photography, and junior leaders. Rebecca loves doing 4-H to make new friends and learn new things, especially leadership skills. Rebecca also has a real love for dancing and acting. She's been dancing for almost 9 years. She also enjoys reading and playing her ukulele. Too bad we didn't have a talent portion of the competition tonight. She volunteers at her church in the MOPS Children's Ministry and on the worship team. She's looking forward to attending Ballet 5-8 School of Dance in Chicago and becoming a professional dancer. Rebecca Landers. Contestant number 3, Kennedy Lauer. Kennedy is the daughter of Chad and Tina Lauer of North Manchester. She is a 10-year 4-H member from Warren Township's Barnyard Brigade Club, as well as a 5-year FFA member. She has competed in several FFA contests at the state level, earning first place in Quiz Bowl and leadership with her teams. Last year, Kennedy earned the FFA Outstanding Junior Award and her state FFA degree. Kennedy was on the Manchester High School volleyball and basketball teams. As a scholar athlete, she was a varsity captain and earned an all-conference honorable mention for basketball. She has danced for 13 years at the Terry Eckert School of Dance. During her senior year, she volunteered her time and skills to assist the younger dance class students. Kennedy received an academic honors diploma and graduated with high honor. She is a member of the National Honor Society, emphasizing that character, scholarship, leadership, and service are all qualities that she holds in the highest regard. Kennedy will attend Purdue University, West Lafayette in the fall. Kennedy Lauer. Contestant number 4, Crossley Stanley. Crossley Stanley is a 10-year member from Rock Creek Township Neighborhood Workers. Her parents are Raymond and Jody Stanley. Crossley has a sister, Alex, and brother, Braden, both of whom participated for 10 years in 4-H. She has been a 10-year participant in the Foods Project, earning champion honors 5 times. She has also participated for 8 years in the Poultry Project. After graduating as salutatorian of her class with both the technical honors and academic honors diplomas, Crossley will be attending Purdue University, where she intends to major in chemical engineering. Upon graduation, her goal is to specialize in the medical field, specifically the enhancement of medicine. Throughout high school, Crossley filled her schedule with many sports and activities. She has been a 4-year, 3-sport athlete for golf, swimming, and tennis. She's held leadership roles on her sports teams and class council, where she served as treasurer and secretary. Crossley volunteered her time each school morning as a math tutor and during the summers at Heritage Point of Huntington, doing landscaping and spending time with residents. Crossley Stanley. Contestant number 5, Danica Clark. Danica Clark is a 9-year member from the Huntington County Canine Capers. Her parents are James and Christy Clark from Dallas Township. Through 4-H, Danny has shown dogs, chickens, and goats. With her dogs, she has had success both at the county and state levels. Junior Leaders has also been a great experience for her. She's active also in the Huntington North FFA chapter, where she has competed in a variety of contests. While she found out that livestock judging wasn't her strong suit, she established a love for parliamentary procedure and small engines. For those unfamiliar, parliamentary procedure is a contest where competitors are expected to run a meeting properly based on Robert's Rules of Order. With small engines, teams are given a strict time frame to assemble an engine and have it run. Gotta do both. Followed by a series of written tests. Both competitions have taught her problem solving when under stress and how to work better as a team to achieve a common goal. Danny is active in her church, serving as a youth leader for the middle school girls group. On top of all these activities, she still manages to find time for a part-time job. As busy as she is, Danny always tries to work with a clear head, a loyal heart, hands that serve, and health that inspires better living. Danita Clark. Has come for the onstage impromptu questions. And for that, we will have the assistance of our 2018 4-H Royalty Champion, Josie Barsh. Please join me in welcoming all the contestants back to the stage. Contestant number 1, Sarah Landers.
What is your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is a dog, mostly because it's one of the first animals I started showing in 4-H.
Contestant number 2, Rebecca Landers.
What is your biggest accomplishment?
My biggest accomplishment is in dance because I've grown so much over the years in strength and endurance and flexibility, and I'd say that's my biggest accomplishment.
Contestant number 3, Kennedy Flower.
What is your most memorable moment in 4-H?
My most memorable moment in 4-H would have to be winning Grand Guild back-to-back years. The feeling that I had after winning both of those champion Grand Guild gave me a feeling that my hard work was paid off.
Contestant number 4, Crossley Stanley.
What makes you smile?
Well, out of the many, many things that make me smile, I have to say the one that's most important to me is when I'm just with my family. We're not really doing anything, we're all just relaxing, sharing love for one another, and just having a good time.
And contestant number 5, Danny Clark.
What do you like to do when you have free time?
My favorite thing to do when I have free time, which is hard and few between, is honestly take a nap or just watch my favorite Netflix shows.
Well done. We put them on the spot and they all survived. Thank you, Josie. Before we dismiss our contestants, and give Josie a chance to get back here. Okay. Before we dismiss them, we would like them all to step forward to give the judges one final look in their formal attire. right. Thank you, contestants. At this time, the judges will be dismissed to make their final decisions. Good luck with that. All right, now here's where we get to thank the many people who have helped us to put this program on tonight. Without the help of these generous donors and supporters, the 2019 4-H Royalty Contest would not be possible. Our 2019 contest sponsor is Phil's You Pick Apple Orchard. And the flowers and arrangements that you see here on stage are courtesy of Huntington Nursery and Florist, Maisie's, and Pam Shear. The tiara is donated by Bowers Jewelers, and Rose Wall provided the stage decorations. Additional donors are listed on this evening's program, and they include Antiquology, last year's champion, Josie Barsh, Bibas State Bank, again, we recognize Bowers Jewelry, Citizens Telephone Corporation, the Corn Cob 4-H Club, Crystal Plover's 4-H Club, East of Chicago and Warren, Eco Water, First Merchants Bank, Future Leaders 4-H Club, Fifth Parlor, Huntington County 4-H Fair Association, the Huntington County 4-H Leaders Association, Huntington County Extension Homemakers, Huntington Nursery and Florist, Huntington Metro Kiwanis, Scott and Kristen Husband, JJ Java, Jimmy Johns, lots of J's here, Kim's Catered Affair, Art and Nancy Keener, Kyle and Kelly Keener, Larissa Johnson, who's our 2017 champion, Tina Lauer, Maisie's Flowers, Nadine's Cakes, Cookies, and Catering, the Neighborhood Workers, Farmer Lads 4-H Club, Pam Shear, Parkview Huntington YMCA, Abby Park, who was our 2013 champion, Rose Wall, Salamone Active Men, who provided our stage for our use tonight, Sunrise Bakery, Starbucks, Touch of Class Extension Homemakers Club, Turn the Pages Bookstore, We Raise 'em Best 4-H Club, and the We Win 4-H Club. It's a lengthy list, but I'll tell you, the support of all of them is needed. And if you conduct business with or know any of these sponsors, please be sure to thank them for their support. And at this time, please join me in our appreciation for their support. And then, many people as well have spent countless hours preparing for this evening tonight. Members of the 2019 4-H Royalty Committee are, of course, last year's champion, Josie Barsh, Madison Wolford from the 4-H Leaders Organization, Jennifer McCoy from the 4-H Leaders Organization, Michelle Kuchicki from the 4-H Fair Board, Katie Fusselman, also from the Fair Board. I serve on the committee as well and represent the 4-H Fair Board. Karen Henshaw, who is our County Extension Director, Ray Ann O'Neill, Extension Educator for 4-H Youth Development, Nancy Vickery from Extension Homemakers, Erlyn Worcester of Extension Homemakers, Pam Will from the Extension Homemakers, and again, Rose Wall, who helped with stage decorations, and Jennifer Barsh and Kathy Stebbin. And we would have a difficult time communicating with you all this evening if we did not have the expert help of our sound team, comprised of Kirby Jones and Austin Stuckey. Thank you. Josie is the daughter of Jennifer and Benjamin Bosch. She is a 2018 graduate of Huntington North High School and a member of the Salamone Church of the Brethren. Josie was a 10-year 4-H member. Her main projects were goats, rabbits, consumer clothing, photography, crafts, foods, and beekeeping. Josie is now a sophomore at the University of Southern Indiana. After graduation, she plans to attend medical school to eventually become a trauma surgeon in the military. Josie was very involved during her freshman year at USI. She is a member of the Army ROTC. She was a peer tutor and graduate of a leadership training program called Emerging Leaders. Josie is a member of the USI women's rugby team and played intramural volleyball. She was elected to several leadership positions for the upcoming year as the current secretary of the American Chemical Society chapter and the vice president of advocacy for the school's Timmy Global Health chapter. Through Timmy Global Health, she was able to do a 10-day medical service trip to Ecuador this summer, serving in clinics set up in remote areas in order to provide resources to people who do not receive sufficient health care. Josie was appointed by the governor of Indiana to serve as the student representative on the University of Southern Indiana's Board of Trustees. Here she is, your 2018 Huntington County 4-H Royalty Champion. We will now welcome her to the podium where she can give her farewell address.
Thank you, Sandy. My name is Josie Barsh. I am a 4th generation 4-H'er from Lancaster Township and a Huntington North High School graduate. I just completed my first year at the University of Southern Indiana, where I am majoring in biochemistry and double minoring in military science and Spanish. I would like to start out my farewell speech by thanking some people. I would like to thank Tammy and Ernie Steffen for letting me ride in Tyler's wreath in the parade earlier today. Thank you to Chris Johnson for helping me prepare for the pageants. Thank you to Ann Arnold for altering my gowns over the years. Thank you to my grandma and her endless support and advice. Thank you to my mother for everything she does, and the rest of my family and friends who always support me. One of the many responsibilities as your royalty champion was the great honor to represent Huntington County at the State Fair pageant in Indianapolis in January. That experience was truly memorable, and I made many new friends, all from across the state, many of whom I still keep in contact with. Similar to today's competition, we had to give a prepared speech that is under a minute. A minute sounds like so little time, unless you're on stage in front of thousands of people. As someone who is known to tell the long version of every story, a minute presented an interesting challenge. What was I going to say in only a minute? I decided to discuss the power of a minute. For example, 116 people get married every minute, and 11 million pounds of food are consumed in a minute. Most of those being from me. This speech was not only meant to inspire, but it was also a great reminder of time and the relevance of living life to its fullest. As I say farewell to my reign as the Huntington County Royalty Champion, I also say farewell to my experience as a 4-H'er. Last year was my 10th and final year. 10 years of 4-H is a lot of minutes, 5,256,000 minutes to be exact. And my 10 years can be measured in many other ways. Weeks of craft projects, pounds of flour and baked goods, yards of torn out stitches and re-stitched stitches for my sewing projects, months of working with animals, megabytes of digital photos trying to find that perfect salon print, and hours of sleep the night before judging, or lack thereof. Some things are not as easy to quantify. Memories may not be tangible, but they have a profound impact. Every 4-H'er, past, present, and future, has at least one story that will stick with them for the rest of their lives. Every year, as my brother and I are baking our foods project, my mother tells the same story about the time she got the wooden spoon stuck in the beaters while making her cookies her first year. They may not appreciate it today, but one day my cousins will look back at all the memories we made sleeping overnight in the fair camper, through the storms and the rowdy neighbors and the late night concerts, but mostly the hours of playing cards and board games until we fell asleep. My brother's fondest memories always center around the fun and exciting and soaking Spirit Night competitions, and the milkshakes, and the corn dogs, and the pork chops. My grandma has countless memories from her years as a 4-H leader, and even today as she continues to judge in surrounding counties. Not everyone can appreciate this memory from my early woodworking days, but as a future surgeon, I thought cutting my finger halfway through with a coping saw was pretty cool. Then and still today. Being crowned a year ago was the beginning of more lifetime memories. This introvert was pushed to her limits in the best ways. Supporting the young people of this community and witnessing them exploring their passions was so refreshing and rewarding. The week of the fair was exhausting, but I couldn't have asked for a better one. To the next royalty champion, embrace this wonderful community of hardworking people with a smile and an outstretched hand, ready to congratulate their accomplishments or to simply lend a hand. You will meet so many new people. Listen to each of their uniquely amazing stories of success and frustration, and even their failures. And don't forget to be true to who you are. To all the current and future 4-Hers, keep working hard and always dream big. Enjoy every second, every minute, and every hour. The years fly by too fast. Enjoy every stressful, exciting, disappointing, and rewarding moment. Collect the memories that you can share. Not everyone links 4-H with a scar, but it changes all of us and unites us just the same. Thank you.
How are our judges doing on their tallying? Because if they are not done, we've got some fabulous 4-H trivia to fill the time. Okay, we'll give them a couple minutes. So how about you and I trade off on asking some questions here and see if anyone from the crowd can shout out an answer. And you win absolutely nothing but our undying admiration. Okay? So, first of all, in what year did 4-H celebrate its centennial? It should be from recent memory. Nobody? Nobody? 2002. We're working on that next 100 years.
The next question, what is the 4-H motto?
To make life better. Yes, okay. What do the 4 H's stand for?
Head, heart, hands, and health.
All right. Do I know you?
No.
Okay.
What are the 4-H colors? There's 2.
Green and white.
Yep, green and white.
And you think you know the colors, but what do they symbolize? What does the white stand for? Don't everyone shout at once? Okay. The white stands for purity.
Could have guessed.
All right, now what does the green stand for? There's a couple options here, so you got a good shot. Yep, okay. It's life, springtime, and youth.
You're going to leave here tonight with so much more knowledge of the 4-H program. Oh, but to save the day, our judges Okay, well, it was fun while it lasted. At this time, we would like the Fab Five to come back out on the stage. For tonight, the top placing contestant will receive a $1,000 scholarship donated by the Huntington County 4-H Fair Board, along with many other donated items. The first runner-up will receive $500 donated by the Leaders Organization. The second runner-up will receive $250 donated by the Leaders Organization. Also, the contestants voted earlier today on a Spirit Award for a contestant who has displayed a positive attitude and has been encouraging to all contestants throughout the royalty workshops and contests. Our royalty champion will represent Huntington County at the Indiana State Fair Queen pageant and will receive a tiara donated by Bowers Jewelry. So now, what we've all gathered here for to witness, let's first name our Spirit Award winner. And our young ladies tonight have chosen Rebecca Landers as our Spirit Award winner. Second runner-up, and again recipient of a $250 scholarship, contestant number 1, Sarah Landers. Our first runner-up, contestant number 3, Kennedy Lauer. And our 2019 Royalty Champion, contestant number 4, Crossley Stanley. Congratulations to everyone. All 5 of you did an outstanding job through all of the practices and today's events. We're proud of all of you. I would now ask that all family and friends please stay off the stage for a few minutes. We want to allow the local media to take their photos, and then I'm sure you can get as many selfies with the girls as you would like. So, thank you.